We're just getting ready to go live here on the different platforms. We're live. All right. Hey, good morning, everybody. Good to see you all here. Great to have you here. Let's go live on Instagram. And question for you today is, what are you ready to go live? What are you the witness of? Here on the question today. The conversation is, who are you witnessing? What are you witnessing? What is the conversation? What is that on here? Oh, it's a little bit of paint. How about that, huh? Let's do a quick hat change. Hey, everybody. Right back in a second. So what are you witnessing? I was witnessing a little white piece of paint on the front of my hat, which was going to change my direction of focus for the rest of the conversation. Who will you witness today? Will you witness the part of you that is stuck, that is frustrated, that is fatigued, that is challenging? Are you going to witness the one of you that is the successful one, the champion, the victor, the sovereign? See, this whole idea of having witness consciousness. Good morning, everybody on Instagram. This whole idea of having this witness consciousness takes you out of the pain. See, if you're in the pain, you're not the one who's witnessing. If you're in the pain, if you're in the thick of it, if you're in the middle of it, if you're in the frustration of it, the challenge of it, you are not the witness of it. That means you can't make better decisions, because if you're in the middle of the mess, you can only make messy decisions. Does that make sense? This is the epitome of what Einstein talked about. The challenges that are made with the mind of man or woman cannot be solved with the same mindset that created the problems. So it really forces you to become a witness. In psychology, there's something called a QLQ, a quantum linguistic question. And when you ask a quantum linguistic question, you literally become the witness and the solution giver. You still have to enact it. See, that's the challenge. We give ourselves some darn good ideas. We give ourselves some amazing ideas. Yes. Then we're never around to witness them. We're the witness who delivers the solution. Then we don't wind up taking action because we don't want to own the solution. So that being said, I would like you to take some time today to become your own witness. Now, how do you become a good witness? You remember some things you've done well. See, when I mentor students and you go through some of my courses, I ask you to write out a list of 500 things you've done well. 500 things you've succeeded at. Most people think 500. I don't know that I've done 500 things. Have you ever attended your first Zoom? That's something you did well. It may have been a train wreck. Now, I'm not even talking about hosting your own Zoom. Have you ever read a book? Have you learned to ride a bike? Did you learn to drive a car? Did you have a first kiss? Did that first kiss go farther than that? Did you ever fly on a plane? Have you ever had your passport stamped? You made it through customs without going to the pokey, to jail. Have you ever eaten a meal in a foreign land? You follow me? See, what have you become the witness to? When you start to witness some of your own greatness, when you start to witness some of your own achievements, when you start to witness some of your own coolness, your spirit changes. You believe once you become the witness. Isn't that what visualization is? Think about it for just a second. Aren't you witnessing your future? Aren't you witnessing your future when you visualize? That's why most people struggle with their future, is that they tell old stories and say things like, it's hard for me to visualize. It's hard for me to visualize. I'm not a good visualizer. Well, can you visualize the things you've done of your past? It's called memories. Can you have some good memories of some things that have worked well for you? Can you do that? Can you focus on that? See, now once you visualize your dream, I want to have the new house. I want to have the new car. I want to have this sexy body. I want to have this. I want to have more hair on the top of my head. I want to have figure it out. You can did he just say, you can visualize this concept of putting yourself as the witness to your own success. I remember 20 plus years ago, probably 22 years ago, 23 years ago, Bob Proctor was a personal mentor of mine, my bride and myself. We hired him as a mentor. And he would have these conversations with us, and he would tell us about the time that he was sitting there with the little green book in hand. He was absolutely incredible at the time, focused on Wallace D. Wattles' little green book, and he did The Science of Getting Rich. And I went to that course many times way back when, $400 course back in the last millennia. In the 20th century. So this idea of you being able to visualize, become the witness to your own success, it's called visualization. And when you decide that you are going to be able to visualize, to be able to look at and be able to hold in your mind, Wallace D. Wattles in the book Science of Getting Rich says there is a thinking stuff from which all things are made that permeates and penetrates the inner spaces of the universe. Here's the key part. A thought held in that substance. Emerson said the most difficult thing for people to do, for man to do, women to do, for man to do is the idea of sustained thought, holding that thought. The way that you can hold the thought easier, more simply, with more intensity, is to become the witness to the one who's holding the thought. Listen, if you've got to play some tricks, some of you play some tricks on yourself. How many of you set 2 alarms in the morning? One 10 minutes early, one 10 minutes later, and then when you snooze, the second one's going to go off. Drop an A in the chat if you set 2 alarms or more. Drop the number in the chat of how many alarms you set. Now, that's just to wake up on a regular basis. Then there's the one. How many alarms do you set up when you got to catch a plane? Or you're going for that job interview and it's a drive away, right? That's when you start setting 17 different alarms and you put the alarm across the room because you know you need to wake up. So now my question is how many alarms do you have set so you can be the witness to your own success? See, when I mentor students and they become fully ingrained in the mental profits philosophy, meaning your thoughts create your income, the question, the task that I have them do to become fully aware is every hour, they set an alarm and they look back at the alarm. Did I move closer to my goal or farther away? And they have to send me a Y or an N, a Y for yes and N for no. And what that does is it forces you to become fully aware, to become fully a witness to what your energetic state is. See, because if you have an N, that's your problem. If you have a Y, that's your success. The N wasn't something out there. The N was something inside here. The no that you had was something inside here. The negative that you had was something inside here that got triggered. That something in the outside universe triggered it and said, okay, I can release this now. Makes sense? Joe Dispenza says your personality makes up your personal reality, or your personal reality makes up your personality. The choice is yours. So the question becomes, what are you going to witness today? How do you become a better witness? Start off with witnessing the things you've done well. Make a list of 50 things you've done well. Make a list of 50 things you've done well so far this week. Did you pay for somebody's coffee or buy them a hamburger or buy somebody lunch? Did you, I don't know, did you thank somebody? Did you send somebody a gift? Did you send somebody a card? Did you send somebody a text? Sean, yeah, but those are little things. Those don't matter. Oh, I beg to differ with you. Everything matters. Here's the challenge. Matter stuff can't change stuff. You sending a text doesn't change somebody, right? Somebody sending you a text doesn't change the way you look at things. The way that what changes it is who sent it, right? The language and the focus and the meaning. Somebody says thank you, and you just delivered them. You delivered them a new baby calf, and they sent you a text. Thank you. You're welcome. That little calf with this, that, or the other, blah, blah, blah. You have a whole story around delivering the cow, the calf, the animal. Deliver somebody a car. You delivered somebody a bouquet of flowers, and they send you a thank you. It's the same letters. It's the energy that's different. See, when you become the witness to your own energies, some of you may not choose to be your own witness because you're really a horse's patoot. Sorry. When you start to flow into the energy of who you're becoming, when you flow into the energy and you witness the energy of this dream that you're becoming, when you step out of your pain zone and move to your success zone, your dream zone come true, then you become the witness and you accelerate at an exponential level. Napoleon Hill talks about it in the book, Think and Grow Rich. You'll wonder where all of these lean things were happening during all the hard times. You'll wonder where all of this joy was happening during all the lean years. Here's the other things. Drop an AR, if you've heard of the Akashic Records. Now, some of you, this may be a little over the edge and gone around the bend, but if you've heard of the Akashic Records, drop AR. Do you realize that everything exists in vibrational state inside the Akashic Records? And when you grasp this, this means that the version of you, Bert Goldman talks about it in his, what's the title of the video, the audio series I'm thinking of? Quantum Leaping. In his series, Quantum Leaping. He talks about the doppelganger. Your doppelganger exists. And there's a doppelganger for every possibility. There's a doppelganger of you that's the King of England. There's a doppelganger of you that's the homeless that lives under the bridge. There's a doppelganger that's the neurosurgeon. There's the doppelganger that is the prize-fighting boxer. There's the doppelganger that's the next-door neighbor. In all of these dimensions around us. So in the Akashic Records, it says that everything is in a vibration. You know what's keeping you from your next level is being in harmony with that vibration. What you think about and think about, what you think about activates the quantum field. What you think about adds emotion to the state and allows the quantum field to begin to match the harmonic vibration of what you're thinking about, the gratituding about. And when you're gratituding, I don't know if that's a word it is today on the Daily Awakening. When you're gratituding, you are literally forming inside the quantum field. You're getting into harmonic vibration with the Akashic record of that thing, and it can be delivered to you instantly. That's why everything, when it starts to flow to you, flows to you in vastnesses and riches that you had. Where was all of this stuff when I was starving? It's because you finally got into vibration. The challenge is we can't witness our own vibration. We choose not to witness our own vibration. We think, well, I'm happy. I'm grateful. I promise you, if you were to step outside of it and look at when you say you're grateful of the vibrational state of your gratitude, if you were to witness your gratitude, many of you would say you are the most ungrateful SOB on the planet. If you were witnessing it, because I can promise you, your friends witness it and they say, man, you were the biggest jerk. I wasn't a jerk. I was nice. I was kind to them. Oh, really? Oh my gosh. You must have been seeing, how many of you have ever had this? Drop an S in the chat. You must have been seeing something different than I was. Drop an S in the chat if you've ever said that or it's been said to you. You must have been seeing something totally different because that's not what I saw. See, and you think getting a script is going to make your success happen. You think diving in, reading half of a good book is going to help you. You think 5 pages of a good book every 15th day because you can't keep up with it every single day. You think that writing your gratitude blessings one time is enough. You think it's not enough. It's not enough. You're not getting into vibration. You're not becoming the perfect witness. See, when you become the perfect witness, you want to know who the perfect witness is? Can I give you an example? Would you like an example? Have you ever watched somebody you love sleeping and not wanting to put a pillow over their head? I'm talking about, have you ever watched somebody sleeping? Drop a W in the chat if you've ever watched somebody sleeping and you fell in perfect, absolute, the deepest love possible. See, that's a witness. You are so in love. They are doing nothing. They don't even know they are triggering your heart in a way that you can't even imagine. And see, how many of you can look at your dreams and fall that much in love with your dreams? The challenge is that you're a pretty crappy witness because you're out of vibration. Because when you become the witness, you don't like what you're seeing. Ooh. Drop a 2 in the chat of sometimes if you do get into the witness state, you don't like what you're seeing about yourself. So you stop witnessing. And you go back to doing. You're not a human doing, you're a human being. And when you witness the being that is you, you don't like the look of it. Sean, why are you like this? This isn't me. Sorry, it's not me. It's not me, baby. So how do we change this? How do we change this? Start with reminding yourself, become a witness to your current greatness. Oh, we've got the warts and the bruises and the scars and the bumps and the thises and the that's. I'm suggesting to you, I'm offering you an opportunity to change this state. See, because when you witness, you're witnessing strategy. When you watch those loved ones, listen carefully. I hope I can get this across. I promise I'm going to do my best. I'll get better. Listen to this part. When you're witnessing your little child and they have that little squeak in their breath, that little giggle when they sleep, when they curl themselves up and they ball themselves up and their body shifts and changes, and you just want to go over and squish them, you are witnessing their love for the moment. And when you become the witness, you get to fall more in love with them because you're witnessing state, not story and not strategy. When you witness you, when you look at you and you're in the doing and you're in the strategy and you're witnessing strategy, and your witness is not a strategy, your witness is a state. And when state witnesses strategy, you want to throw up. You just want to throw up. When the state of you, the highest version of you, the highest version of your witnesses story, you want to throw up. It's when your state witnesses state that you fall back in love with you. The challenge is you have gotten so kicked out of state that when you do become the witness of your dreams, you ask questions. Here's how you know you're avoiding state. You think of your dreams and the first thing that comes to you is, how do I do that? How do I do that? And so witnesses strategy, and you know strategy ain't going to work. And you go, why are you doing that? Why are you doing strategy? And you want to throw up. You know it in your body. Your body feels it. You have a knot in your head. You get a migraine. Your shoulder hurts. You can't sleep. That's neuroencoding. You suck at strategy. Some of you become very good at strategy because it's the pain you live in. You call it your comfort zone. Your strategy is your comfort zone. So how do we change this, Sean? You got to do the hard work. You got to do the good witnessing. Good witnessing is hard work. You got to find the good in you. You can find the good in your neighbor. You can find the good in somebody who's a horrible person. Well, yeah, but they mean well. They had a tough childhood. You come up with 1,001 excuses. Drop an E in the chat if you've come up with excuses so that you could witness something good about somebody who wasn't so good. Follow me? You come up with excuses for people who are not so good because you want them to be good. You want them to be good. Yet when you look at yourself, you don't want yourself to be good because you have been wired. Your old story says you can't witness good. You've not done a damn good thing in your life. You have. I promise you, you have. I promise you, you have. This is why it would serve you well. This is why it would serve you well to take some time to write down 50 things, 500 things, 1,000 things you've already done well. Ride a bike, drive a car. If you've ever driven a car overseas in Europe, but drive on the other side, the wrong side of the road, right? Have you ever been to the islands? Have you ever been on a catamaran? Have you ever been scuba diving? Have you ever been snorkeling? Have you ever swam with the fish? Have you ever taken a photograph underneath? Do you remember the first time you wore your skinny bathing suit? Do you remember when you wore your cover-up baby? All of these things are things you've done for the first time. You've done for the first time. And when you did it for the first time, become the witness to something. Your greatness is expanding. You want to learn how to be a good witness? Start with you. And this is your journaling. Fall back in love with you, because the witness of you of your future, the witness of you of your dreams, the reason that you're out of whack with your dreams is because you haven't gotten into the harmonic vibration of the dream. It's that simple. It's that simple. How many of you have wanted to go out for a drink? I'll be darned if you didn't wind up someplace for a drink. You got in the harmonic vibration you didn't have it. You had a thought, you didn't have it, and then you said, I want it, and you went and got it. If an alien came from outer space and said, how did you do that? I don't know. I wanted it and I got it. That's amazing. That blows my mind that you could say, I want it, and you wound up in a vibrational state and moved yourself, wound up in a place that you said, I know where to go get it. Here's the challenge. You're trying to go get the strategy of your dreams and your goals and your wants and your wishes, and you cannot get it because the strategy you got can't get you there. Your personal reality makes up your personality, and you're not in the personal reality of the success that you want because you're not witnessing it. You're witnessing the now. You have to witness the then, and that's a state change. It's not a strategy change. Getting up earlier does not give you more money. You've proven it. Getting up early at 5 o'clock doesn't change a damn thing because you've proven it. Because you don't get up at 5 anymore because you didn't have the evidence to get up at 5 anymore. That's not the way it works, sweetheart. Linda, listen, you can't believe it. Linda, listen, you can't believe everything at grandma's house. It doesn't work that way. So how do you change it? Start writing down some things you love about you. Stop attacking me. Start writing some things you love about you. You need some help? Call your best friend. Say, I was challenged this morning, and I swear to goodness, I'm not going to get my butt kicked by this. I need 5 things I do well. What do you think are 5 things I do well? What do you think are 5 things I've done well? And they're going to tell you, and you're going to say, really? You think I do those well? This is the challenge. Your old story keeps you from witnessing your own greatness. Write out your list of 50 things. Go bold. Go write out the list of 100 things. Go freaking nuts. Write out a list of 200 things. Go absolutely ape bananas. And write out 500. Here's the challenge. The second you get stuck, listen, how many of you might get stuck on number 3? Some of you will get stuck on 30. Some of you get stuck on 300. And the reason you're getting stuck is because your old story is fighting tooth and nail to keep you from your state of being able to witness your greatness. It's that simple. It's one of the most difficult things you'll ever break through, until you break through and you went, this ain't nothing. I got this easy peasy. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. I can't think of any other little silly saying. So we're going to end on that one. I love you tons. I appreciate you so very, 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 very much. If you'd like to join me in the Dangerous Consciousness, these are the conversations we have on a daily basis. We do things called RCPs, where I reprogram your brain through your own self-talk, called random calls of programming. We do that. We do all of these things inside of Dangerous Consciousness. Somebody had the largest single deposit they've ever had in their business, in the history of their business. Single largest deposit, daily deposit. What would happen if you had the single largest daily deposit in your business, and then it continued to double and continue to expand and get bigger and better and bigger and better? That's what your consciousness is going to allow you to do. That's why this is what we do. Hi, Fee. Yes, it's called Dangerous Consciousness. If you want to join me, go to DC Waiting, DC, Dangerous Consciousness, DC, the letters, dcwaiting.com, and get on the email list. And when it opens back up in April, we're going to allow probably another 10 or 15. I haven't figured out yet. And if you're first on the list, you'll have access to that. So I love you tons. I appreciate you. I'll see y'all where? I'll see you at the next Dangerous Conversation. Till then, bye for now. And YouTube, love you tons. Appreciate you. Hang on just a second. I need to go open the door to let the puppies out. Everybody's sitting here wanting to go.